Good morning. It's February 11th, Wednesday. This is the Automotive State of the Union. I'm Paul J. Daly. That's Kyle Mountsier. Today we're talking about Ford taking a pretty big loss. Robotaxi safety in the news, and NADA and Northwood have a really great collaboration we're going to talk about.
You should be jealous that I get to read the third story today.
I'm always, typically speaking, I am generally jealous that you get to read the third story. Just saying. It's always the fun one. It's always the fun one.
I get the fun one. Yeah.
Today is going to be super fun because at 1 p.m. Eastern today, we are releasing the premiere of episode 1 of season 2 of The Truth About Car Dealers, featuring Bozard Ford Lincoln. You should join us on the premiere. It's so much fun. People are in the comments. It's a riot. The best way to do that is to go to actually thetruthaboutcardealers.com. And there's a banner right at top that says, join us on the live stream. It'll take you to the LinkedIn live event that you can just say, I'm attending with the hundreds of other people that are, and we can watch a show together. And so much fun.
Hang out and enjoy celebrating the joy of our industry.
Yesterday, I realized that Ed Roberts is the Ted Lasso of the auto industry.
Oh my goodness.
I was making a post and I used the picture of him from the show.
Comes the new show.
Yeah. Ed Lasso.
Ed Lasso.
I feel like we need to spin up the AI cover for that right now. Here's a picture of Ed. Make us Ed Lasso. That's all in the auto industry, and it's going to spin up something great.
It's going to spin up something.
Nathan's doing it right now. We'll probably have it by the end of the show.
It's so good. It's so good.
You guys don't know me like that.
Yeah, I see him.
Got him. He was already there. I see it by the smile on his face. It's over. It's all over.
Little smirk pops up. Also, we're about to open or launch the full ASOTUCON website. It is only 3 months away. If that makes you feel like it's actually coming, 90 some days from now, we will be all together, hundreds and hundreds of us together in Hanover, Maryland, just south of the Baltimore airport for the 5th ASOTUCON 26, the year of the human. You can go to ASOTUCON.com right now and watch a cool little video montage of how awesome it was last year. And you can get your tickets as cheap as you're going to be able to get them. So if you know what's coming already, you can just buy the tickets. If you need to wait for speakers and sessions and all that, you're going to pay a lot more for your tickets and probably not have a room at the main hotel.
Oh no, poor people.
Other hotels are fine, but the main hotel.
Let's go.
Get it in. They're not expensive. We try to keep it real affordable for everybody.
The app's even live. You can download the app.
The app is live.
Great.
Our app adoption rate last year was super high because we have, I think, the best event app you're ever going to use.
Absolutely.
I'm going to put that out there. Okay, let's get into some news. Ford just posted its biggest quarterly earnings miss in 4 years and its worst net loss since 2008. You guys remember what happened in 2008? But beneath the headline loss, the company's trucks and commercial vehicles are still carrying the load, and 2026 is being framed by them as a rebound year. Q4 adjusted earnings per share came in at 13 cents versus the expected 19 cents. That's a big miss. Revenue remained strong, $45.9 billion in Q4 and a record $187.3 for the full year, but about $900 million in unexpected tariff costs and aluminum supply disruptions. Remember that the big fire in that plant not too far from where I am right now.
Yeah, where you are.
That'll mess you up. The company reported $11.1 billion net loss in Q4 alone and $8.2 loss for the full year, largely driven by a $15.5 billion kind of special charge write down for EV-related charges and restructuring actions. Ford Pro and Ford Blue have projected 2026 pre-tax earnings to be up to 7.5 and 4.5 billion. And CFO Sherry House noted that the Novelis aluminum plant disruption is not expected to fully resolve until mid-2026, meaning they'll still continue sourcing alternative supplies at a significantly higher cost. It's a rough road for them right now.
I mean, it's a rough road, but the stock didn't even take a bump. And here's why.
Because everybody else.
Well, but it didn't even take a bump. It's actually up in pre-market trading this morning, and then is already up as the markets have opened this morning. Here's why. If you do the quick math, when you're looking at them shoving $15.5 billion in EV-related cost issues into last year so they don't have to carry over those losses into this year, we all knew that was coming. You actually see that $11.1 billion net loss in Q4 contributing to pretty much all of their losses
entire
last
loss.
year. And that also means that the net gain of non-EV related businesses was over $4 billion. So I'm bullish on 2026 for Ford because they've kind of righted the ship. They've thrown all the losses in last year, and now they've got a good progress forward on like what is the market demand? What do we need to put into the market as far as vehicles, manufacturing? There's even talks to them with some Chinese manufacturers about potentially bringing those in the next 2 to 3 years. So I think that they've done the right sizing that's necessary.
And the market knows
Stock
it.
is still green over the last year. And you know, it's a big kind of like it's a big shot. It kind of hurts I can't imagine standing on a stage and announcing that to all your stakeholders and stockholders. But I think
Farley's pretty tough.
in the right place. You know,
Jim Farley's pretty tough.
He's a tough guy.
He
was smiling. I saw him smiling in some pictures, you know?
Yeah, nervous smile? No, not nervous smile. The
Smile
Ford
through
brand
the smoke,
is doing a lot of cool things. Brand is strong. They know how to operate. Market's like, yeah, we believe them. Speaking of the market believing you.
Segue.
On that, Waymo, Tesla, and Zoox and others are racing to scale robotaxis across the U.S., but recent crashes and investigations show that winning public trust may be harder than winning market share. A Waymo vehicle struck a child who ran into the street from behind a parked SUV in California, I believe it was Santa Monica, prompting a federal investigation. Zoox, that's those little bus things we saw running around NADA show, also reported a crash after a driver opened a door into its path. So, you know, the old movie scene, door opens, car takes it off. Both companies say their systems reacted appropriately. Waymo says its vehicles have 90% fewer crashes, resulting in serious injury and death, and 81 fewer injury crashes overall compared with human drivers operating in the same cities. A majority of Americans say they're unlikely to try a self-driving taxi, though younger consumers are more open to the idea. Kyle, I guess we're younger consumers. Experts say crash carries emotional weight. Each crash carries some emotional weight. Here's a quote from Professor William Riggs. When something goes wrong, people don't experience it as a statistical issue. They experience it as a moral and emotional one.
Yeah, this is the microscope. And I want to be clear that like a child getting hit or an accident happening, it doesn't matter if it's 1 or 1 million. It's a human, it's a person, it's an insurance claim. These things are terrible in our society. I think that the microscope right now on these companies is so intense because now it's not the individual, it's the car company that's held responsible. And the promise of self-driving AI, cameras, immediate reactions is we can basically go without accidents. But the reality is that's still going to happen. And we're going to have to, as a society, kind of reconcile like manufacture and self-driving versus human being involved in that. Because man, when a child runs out, you know, into the street from behind a parked SUV, all of us would struggle with that as a driver. It just stinks that it happened, one, but two, that it gets kind of pinned on the manufacturer or the company that is handling this. And so it's going to be this conversation where we struggle with morality, responsibility, and what the overall impact of these are over the next 2 to 3 years. But you know, the statistics don't lie that overwhelmingly these vehicles have been more safer on the road.
Well, I looked a little more into the data surrounding the incident with the child. The child's fine, by the way, sustained some minor injuries and is, you know, normal aside from like the trauma, obviously. Right. The situation, kid runs out from behind an SUV, the Waymo or the Zoox. Was it a Waymo or a Zoox? I don't remember. It was going 14 miles an hour. When it made contact with the child, it had already braked down to 6 miles an hour. And the analysis data said if it was a human driver, it would have hit the child at 14 miles an hour. So the reaction time
was already
major difference, right? You get hit at 6 or 14. So
so the headlines are a lot different than the reality.
The reality is like that child's life likely was saved by that vehicle or significantly protected by the vehicle. But I do, on the emotional side, you know, that professor saying it's not a statistical, they don't see it as a statistical incident, it's a mental and emotional one. When you if there's an accident and you get hit by another motorist, there actually can be a focus of blame, which is part of, I think, the resolution process emotionally. That is a person that person was driving, and maybe some people might be angry, some people might be shocked. There is also a shared experience that two people just got into an accident, right? Yep. When there's no one in the driver's seat, I can imagine I would get more angry at that situation.
Yeah, for sure.
Because the questions is, especially if you don't know who's at fault and you believe that thing just hit you.
Yeah, it's kind of like the man versus the person sitting right in front of me.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
So it's definitely a complex world. The data is definitely showing, though. Obviously we accept 40,000 deaths a year on the highway. We've accepted that as a social norm. But if that's driven by a machine, we'll see, because that 40,000 might go down to 20,000.
Or more. It might be less.
I mean, if it's up to Honda, we're getting to zero by 2050.
Let's go.
Honda and our friend Will Bright at Safe Ride, baby.
They're coming for it.
All right. Speaking of coming for it,
Stop. Segway.
Time. Coming for that education.
I'm so excited about this because we were just at NADA and just got to talk to LG Bright, and Northwood University and NADA are teaming up to expand education access for franchise dealerships, their employees, and their families with discounted tuition, scholarships, and a clear focus on building the next generation of dealership leadership. Let's go. NADA dealer members, spouses, and dependents can enroll in Northwood's online undergraduate programs at a $350 per credit hour, which, if you know anything about higher education, is way less than most. Northwood's DeVos Graduate School is offering 20% MBA tuition scholarships, discounted master's programs, and up to $15,000 toward a Doctor of Business Administration. So you can get your doctorate to sell cars.
All right, Kyle, let's go get our doctorates.
A new Premier Education Partnership scholarship provides up to $36,000 over 4 years for dependents attending Northwood's Michigan campus. So if you're doing it there as opposed to online, both organizations are saying the goal is to strengthen the leadership pipeline in a people-driven, capital-intensive retail industry that isn't going away.
Amen.
I don't know how to get more excited.
Yeah, I mean, there's just everything to celebrate about this. Our friends at NADA and our friends at Northwood working together to cultivate our new friends and our upcoming friends. We've met so many Northwood students, and now we're friends with these grads over the last 5 years since we've been really running hard at this. And even in that short period of time, it's been so rewarding to see the young stars. They've come to a SodaCon, they've participated, and now to see them taking positions and serving the industry in a more meaningful way. And they're not just doing it, they're fired up about it. Like, they see what we see and so many others see about this industry, that it is an amazing place to put some roots down, to invest in. And I think it's one of the safest industries to build a career in. We talk about that all the time.
It absolutely is. Yeah.
A lot of questions out there.
The ability to move up, the ability to find your way in the industry partner, the dealer side, across
the
sales, service, parts, accounting,
across departments. Come on now.
It's all of the departments, all of the people, soft skills, the hard skills that you can learn. I mean, we've got every possible job role in this industry, and it is a resilient industry, which means it's here to stay. And it also is so resilient through things like major recessions or through COVID. So it's just that much security. I got to hang out with LG Bright and like 15 students hanging out behind me.
Yeah.
And they were all going to present at basically like an ideas, like a startup ideas situation on the live stage, and the energy at which they were attacking it, the way their faces were lit up at the show. More of that.
Yeah, more of that. Here's a Northwood alum, Jeremy Jones, popping in a live stream. As an alum of Northwood, they've always had a great relationship with the NADA, and this is a great new announcement. We agree. I like this one too from Rob Downs on our team. Northwood program going to start popping up at other universities. Let's do that. I know it. Amazing. All right, I think we've done enough for today. You have work to do. We have work to do. But we want you to go to thetruthaboutcardealers.com. Banner, click join the live stream so you can be a part of the LinkedIn event. You can attend, you can join, be in the comments. We'll see you at 1 p.m. Eastern.
You're there.